Welcome again, Military Gona TV. Now, I'm so happy that you guys tune in with me today. Now, before you do anything, please subscribe. Show me some appreciation. Show me that you like the content. If not, still subscribe. But thank you very much for tuning in with me again. Now, what I have in store for you today is Arsenal transfers. Now, it is international break. And whenever there's an international break, all different type of rumors just start to pop out of nowhere. This is the perfect opportunity for the media outlets to get a hand on the players because they are away from the club, and they can formulate many various different types of articles to contradict whatever the club's doing or cause problems within the clubs. Now, one of the most known one right now that's going around is actually they claim that Nicolas Pepe is not at ease in Arsenal Football Club, but we'll go a bit into that sooner rather than later. Alright, so the first transfer that I would love to discuss is the Brazilian, the Sao Paulo forward that his name is Brenner, 20 years old, very young, very talented as well. He's one of those who Arsenal is really heavily linked with at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to state where I get my information from. They are very reliable. The Transfer Exchange Show, they are very, very reliable. You can go check them out on their Twitter account. The Transfer Exchange Show, very, very reliable. And they said that Arsenal are amongst few clubs who are interested in signing the 20-year-old. And from small research, you can see that he's a good striker, high potential with a good ceiling. Also, next summer or possible January, but I think this might happen next summer, is Dominic Szoboszlai. His agent, what is reported from AFC News, same to another Twitter account, is that Arsenal are in advanced talk with his agent to complete the move in either January, if not in the summer. But at this point in time, they are in a high-level conversation. So Edu and Mikel Arteta really would love to get this one over the line. Now, I'm going to read a little bit inside the article. Just a little bit inside. Arsenal are already making plans in the transfer windows in 2021. Mikel Arteta's first two windows since beginning appointed the Gunners manager has seen him mainly focus on improving his side's defense, with Cedric Soares, Pablo Mari, and Gabriel Magalhaes all arriving in the calendar year. So we all know those signings, but it's still questionable in regards to the Cedric Soares. We all know as Arsenal fans that there is something shaky going on, and I think these are the type of signings that Vinay and Raul were questionable, and I think possible one of the things that Raul lost his job for, and also the leading negotiator has farming. But at this point in time, he is one of, this report is from football.london. So as you can see, he is one of the one on the wish list that is high on the wish list also. That's Dominic Szoboszlai. And I think it might be in summer, because what I believe is that the next person that I'm going on to is the top priority this January. So Dominic Szoboszlai would possibly be next summer. But what I would love to know is that Szoboszlai is actually a number 10/8, and in January coming, the person that we're going to address is also at number 10/8. What are we going to do including so much 10/8 in our team? I know the team lacks creativity at the moment, but there's a strong chance there might be a bit of imbalance and a bit of clash for game time, and it might cause problem. But it also gives a heavy strong squad depth, because if we are likely, or if it might happen that we should win the Europa League, or should win the Europa League, if we will be in the Champions League, and there you definitely need a very strong squad to compete in both Champions League and the Premier League. But we'll see how far that one goes. Okay, so from the transfer X, Tony Adams mentioned this on Sky Sports that Arsenal came very close into signing the Borussia Dortmund midfielder Jude Bellingham from Birmingham City in 2019. Now, we've seen how his career has really taken a float to the professional level, in which that he is now so recognized worldwide that many clubs wish they made the move, or they are now in sorrows that they didn't make the move. And I think Arsenal is also a club that is now in sorrows. But we put that aside. Now, from Urban Arsenal, a Twitter page, also reported from Sports Build and LT Arsenal and Sports Witness. Now, they reported that Arsenal are interested in RB Leipzig midfielder Christopher Nkunku, who could end up costing around 40 million euros. And we have seen Christopher Nkunku move from PSG to RB Leipzig, but he still haven't hit that height. He still haven't hit that height in his career, in which we would say is close to the final product. And we have seen the performance, and that they're not that how should I put it? Brilliant to say that he would definitely even worth that 40 million euros. He's a quality player though, but he hasn't hit that height as yet. Knowing to the fact that the other transfers that I'm eager to go to cost similar to that amount. The same number 10, number 8 player. Now, moving on to something that I would love to speak about. Now, we know that Arsenal has a policy in which whenever you reach to the 2-year period of your contract, we all know that it is not going right, but they will try to either sell or renegotiate. Now, we know that there are a few players on the Arsenal team that are leaving, coming this summer transfer window. Ozil, Mustafi, Socrates, David Luiz. There's a lot of them. Chambers, there's a lot of them. But one player in particular, I realized that it went slowly under the carpet. No negotiation. And he's in the second year of his contract. It's the last year of his contract. So this person is Alexandre Lacazette. And I would love to think, what are the plans that Arsenal and Mikel Arteta has for Lacazette? He didn't renegotiate a contract, just as much as how they put many effort into signing Aubameyang. Not much was done with Lacazette. So could it be that Arsenal are looking forward to moving on Lacazette? Could it be? I think so. I really think so. It definitely feels like Lacazette has hit a brick wall. A massive brick wall, and it has taken a massive toll on him. And I really would love to see him kicking on his career and putting on better performances. But truth be told, I cannot see it happening. He is moving as if he has passed the threshold of a super elite player into an average mid-table player. And he's past his due date now at Arsenal Football Club. And he hasn't lived up to expectation just the same. Now, going to the final person I would love to talk about. Aouar. Now, this deal didn't happen over the last summer. in which it was a deal that Arsenal really went very much all out in, and it didn't came through. So we knew we needed Partey, but at the particular time we knew that Partey deal was already wrapped up, but we were cash strapped, and because of that we were trying to get a budgeted deal for Aouar on installments and try our best to see if that could have happened. Then we went on and spent the money for Partey. Now it may seem very funny in some sense, because why not just spend the money and get the player? The thing is, Arsenal Football Club is trying their best to seem that they don't have any money at all. And that is their media outcry. That they're cash strapped and they don't have any cash in the bank. That's a lie. That is a lie. Where did that money came from? All of a sudden, boom, Thomas Partey just went in the bank, threw the money in there, and came out from La Liga. They didn't even contact Atletico Madrid, and they just got their player. But I think Arsenal, this football club needs to do better, because the money is there. Spend it. Get some quality players. We have now seen Chelsea spending lots of cash, over £200 million, and you can definitely see the returns. Each one of those players have a high return in regards to on the field play, on the pitch play, either goal and assists or match winning goals. These guys are serious contenders right now, I strongly believe, for the Premier League title. Arsenal is not in that race. So at this point in time, I think it's time now in which not only a matter of just spending money, but we need astute scouting. Scouting by numbers, not just by name or media hype. Scouting by numbers. We need players that can get the job done. Output players. Not players with some big name that we just want to spend money on and think that because he's a big name, he's just going to come and produce. No. And that is the area in which we are going very much wrong. Now, finally, one person I would love to touch on is this person, Ozil. At this point in time, the team is lacking something definitely that the fans and the players are crying out for: creativity. And I do believe that Ozil has the potential to do it, because basically the two most naturally talented players in Arsenal Football Club is Ozil and Nicolas Pepe. And I think that Ozil has a bit in his bank to produce, especially against the smaller teams. But what is happening right now is that we're not producing creativity. And the longer this goes on, the more we cry out for players like Ozil. Even if we don't need players like Ozil. But the longer this carry on, is the more the cries go out. And I want to say, put it in the comments if you really believe that this team definitely needs Ozil inside of it, or we need a creative player like Aouar. We already see that our Arteta definitely is trying his best to go all out for getting Aouar, to get Aouar in this transfer window coming up. But by then, you think it's okay if we don't get Aouar, that we definitely have to put in Ozil back inside this team to produce what we are not producing, and that is creativity on the pitch. Now, the media outlets are doing their best to try to get under the skins of the club. This is where we see Nicolas Pepe coming out clearly and did an interview. But what happened is that when players do an interview, the media has its own way to twist it and let it seem that the players are not happy, just to put a bit of pressure on the club and on the manager. The player might say something, he might have said something, and it doesn't mean in that term, but this is the media. The media tried their best to write a story, and a story that sells. So I don't necessarily like listen to these off the pitch stories, because 98% of the time, 98% of the time, they are false accusations. So thank you again for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe, and keep tuning, because I have lots of things coming up. Many things and a different variation of how I want to bring forward these messages to you. But thank you very much for tuning again, and don't forget, subscribe. Military Guna out.